I'm a Ross girl.
about me.
You look like a Ross girl. Do you know what you look like? Are you not for money?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Don't touch anybody.
He didn't last 5 seconds. I left him in my bed and I went over to the sitting room to chill.
Yeah.
Alright, so guys, I remember at the Bbnaija lockdown show, the first Saturday night party, everybody got drunk, Praise and Ka3na included. And after the party, we realized that Praise and Ka3na went to the room, were under the duvet, and we saw movements, obviously. And those movements that we saw were not looking like kissing or just cuddling. It looked like something more. Anyways, remember that when Ka3na came out of the house and she was asked questions about being under the duvet with Praise, she said that they were cuddling aggressively. Anyways, yesterday at the Bbnaija lockdown reunion show, Ka3na decided to touch on this particular topic, and guess what, guys? They were not just cuddling aggressively, because Ka3na confirmed the fact that Praise did not even last 5 minutes under that duvet. I'm going to start with that part where Ebuka asked her what she actually felt about finding out that Tolanibaj was wanting you, and then she said, how far with what you said about feeling my man and feeling you and you feeling you back, and that outside the house maybe you guys could work it out. This guy is right behind you. How far with that? And Tolanibaj goes, hey, I'm in a relationship, I'm in a healthy relationship with a man that treats me right, with a man that is 6 feet, and then V right there and then said, oh, but they said you're a runs girl. And then Tolanibaj is like, do you see how you look? Do you know how you look? And she goes on to say, you look like somebody that sucks dick for a living. And V is like, yes, I suck dick for a living. The person that I suck his dick is right behind you. Just so much going back and forth. And then after all of that, let's talk about Prince and Wathoni for a wee bit. So Prince, in all of this triangles, trapezium, or whatever you like to call it, that happened in the house, Prince was obviously had a thing with Nengi, he had a thing with Tolanibaj, maybe a little something with Wathoni, and of course Dorathy. That we know as friendship, right? But Wathoni, we knew that Wathoni was really liking Prince. Of course, Wathoni had a lot of people that she liked. It almost felt like she liked everybody, but if it wasn't working, if you were not liking her back, she'd move on to the next available person. And that's just the same thing that went on with Prince before she finally moved on with Brighto. Now, she was always wanting to say something about the old Prince triangle with this person and that person and that person. And while Prince was finally trying to clear the air on this situation, because Ebuka asked him if he was going to take responsibility for anything that happened, and he said that first he has to say that in all of this conversation, in all of these discussions that we're having, Wathoni is insignificant. Wathoni is insignificant. And then he went on to say that he should have made a better decision, and that he takes responsibility for whatever that has gone on, whatever that has happened. But of course, Wathoni did not take that just lying down. Wathoni stood up from her seat, turned around 360 degrees and told him that I might be insignificant because you can't afford to pay my bills. You can't afford me. I have a son. Guys, there's so much to expect from this reunion. If you do not want to miss out on any of it, then you definitely should stick to this channel, to your Ban Uncensored channel. Ciao.